Welcome back, and it's been a while. It's been 2 or 3 weeks. Northeast here has been really cold. It's been sub-zero, not sub-zero, sub-freezing, and I don't have heat in the garage, so it's been really cold out here, so too cold to work. And we've had a lot of snow, so I've had to do a lot of snow removal and all that stuff. Anyway, back on this thing. So I think we got a bunch of parts in. I think I have all the parts in now for this. I think today what we're going to do is I'm going to put the exhaust back on, and we're going to button up the carburetor, look at all the new parts we got. So let's get to it. All right, here's the exhaust. It's a little bit rusty. I mean, I could clean this up a little bit with some steel wool, make it look a little better. The wire wheel, whatever. You know what? I'm gonna do that. All right, guys. What I did was wire wheeled it, and then I WD-40 all over it, keep it from flash rusting or anything like that. It does look 10 times better. Doesn't look like an old rusty piece of junk I pulled out of a swamp. All right, I'm gonna pop that on now. We gotta take this out because I can't get in there to. I can't get down inside there enough to get the exhaust gasket in the head. I removed the strut so that I tip the body up to its max position. I did notice that this right here is bent. Should be straight, so we're just gonna put a little bit of a, that's where the strut mounts, and I'm just gonna bend it back real easy like. Maybe if I showed it to you. Good enough. One other thing I just noticed is this handle must have caught on something. It's bent out. It should be straight up and down right here. It's bent right here. So I am going to try to bend that back right now. Hopefully I can do it without breaking anything off. That looks pretty red to me. Thanks. Bent. Let's see, how's that look? It's good and straight now. We'll take it. Okay, the exhaust is all in. I put a brand new gasket up there on the head. That's all set. I cleaned the muffler and the head pipe. Got all the scale off it with a wire wheel and WD-40. It's probably gonna smoke and smell a little bit till it burns off, but at least it looks good, looks better. I'm not gonna go through the hassle of painting it. It's too cold out, and I don't think I have any high heat paint anyway. So that'll do. Looks perfectly fine. Move on to something else. All right, guys. Let's just take a look inside the bowl in this carburetor, because I want to put the carburetor back on. But I just want to make sure that it's clean inside. How's you doing in there? Should be good. Everything else looks good. All right, let's throw it back together. All done. Let's throw it in. All right, let's put the clamp on there. All right, it's been like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks since I've done anything on this thing. Of course, in this video, it's more like 30 seconds, but actually probably less, 5 seconds. Anyway, I have just about all the parts in now to complete the engine rebuild. So let's go over to the bench and see what we got in. All right, here's the box of parts, and let's start with this, I guess. This out of the way. And this is the new drum shaft, I guess. Here's the old one. And from what you can see in there, how grooved that is. And what it's supposed to look like. So I'm seeing what's going on here. Alright, so one thing I did notice here, and this one here has some type of a shim in there. If you guys can see that. I don't know what that is, but it's behind the seal. And this one already came with the seal in it, but I don't see a shim. And I'm pretty sure that shim's got to be in there. Let's see if it moves around anyway. Because when you look at the assembly drawing here, you can see that shim is right there. It clearly shows the shim. So we're gonna have to get that shim out of there and put it in this one. Now I'm probably gonna ruin that seal, but what I did do is I did buy a new seal, because I didn't know if this came with a seal or not, so I did buy a seal. So I'm kind of glad I did buy the seal. So we are going to, and this is a actual seal. I'll show you the part number. Here it is, the drum shaft seal. I bought this from Podzilla, and it is a AutoCat pot. So yeah, we're gonna have to get that out. All right, we have that. We have the seal. I also have the seal for the side cover. Right here, that is the part number. I have the Baron. The Baron has been in the freezer for 2 weeks. Should be pretty cold. That's the Baron number. This Baron was $75. It was not cheap. The only place I could buy it was from Podzilla, and it's made in Japan. It's a very, very good Baron, and it is an official premium pot Baron, genuine Baron. So I'm gonna put that back in the freezer. All right, and then I got a new clutch. And what's funny about this, let's open it up. What's funny about this is I didn't order a clutch. I just ordered the clutch material, the clutch fibers. That's all I ordered. And they sent me the whole thing. And they sold this 2 different ways. I'll show you. Here's the old Baron, the old seal, and the old clutch. And you can see that it's pretty worn out. Anyway, I just wanted to buy the fiber pots and then the new springs and put them in there. And there was 2 separate prices for this. There was with the drum and the clutch material, it was like $108. And I think it was $150 if you got the entire clutch. Well, I ordered the $108 one, and when I went back to eBay and I looked at my order, and I should have only got the fiber pots. I don't know why they sent me the whole clutch. I'm not going to complain, because it makes it easier for me. I can just toss it in and be done with it. Let's make sure it's the right one. Make sure it fits on there. Oh, it doesn't go on that. It goes inside of here. Anyway, this is a wet clutch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to oil up the fibers. All right, I'm just going to take some motor oil. I don't want to put this in there dry, so I'm going to oil these up. All right, let's try to get the seal out of here. Hopefully it comes out relatively easy. Metal something or other underneath this thing. There we go. All right, and this is the shim that we need. All right, I did nick it with a screwdriver, getting the seal out. So I'm just gonna run it over the stone here and make sure I get any sharp edges off. Knock them down. Now this shim is supposed to go, let me show you the old one. The shim is supposed to go on here, like that. Now, you can see by looking at it that it wasn't put in properly just by how it's crushed right there. So this wasn't installed properly the last time somebody took the side cover off. So I'm gonna try to flatten it out. I probably should have got a new one, but we'll be able to flatten it out and still use it. Just gotta make a note that this is not gonna be easy to get together, because this thing kind of floats around in there. So it kind of floats, which means you got to make sure that this thing sits down on that hub. So, and there's really no other way to do it because it has to go behind the seal. So anyway, let's see what we can do with that. There we go. Probably could use it, but I bought a new one, so we're going to use a new one. All right, we're in. And I have the shim pretty central inside that bore, so we should be good to go. All right, we got to clean this all out real good. Get that seal in there. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to put Loctite on those. Now, the seal, which once again, the seal is right here. We need to install that before we can put the bearing in. And I gotta remember how that went. All right, guys, cross-referencing my video on YouTube. Sometimes it helps. I just wanted to see which way the bearing went, because one side is sealed, the other side isn't. So the sealed side goes down. And then just double checking the seal. And the seal goes like this. Down inside there like that. Let's try this. See if this works. I definitely don't want to ruin the seal. Probably should buy the tool. That'll probably be next on my list of things I need. See if it's going down. Yep, it's going down. Slowly but surely. I just want to jump in the middle of the video here real quick, and I don't know if any of you guys watch Matt's Off-Road Recovery, but he's having another off-road games. It's not record games this time, but it's an off-road competition. Sand Hollow State Park in southern Utah, and actually it's Hurricane, Utah. Anyway, I'm going to be there again this year. I was there last year. I'm going to be there again this year. If you guys see me there, feel free to stop me, say hello. Anyone who stops me will get a RCB Garage sticker and a handshake, if that's something that excites you. Anyway, I hope to see some of you guys there. Maybe none of you, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if somebody comes up to me and introduces himself. Anyways, I'm going to be there, and it is March 14th through 15th. I'm going to put it on the screen right here. Anyway, that's the information, and hope to see you there. I would suggest that you guys buy the right tool. I mean, you can do it this way, but only do it if you feel comfortable. And I'll probably get roasted in the comments for doing it this way, but if it leaks, I'll just put a new seal in it, but I don't think we're gonna have a problem. Yeah, getting pretty close to being seated now. All right, I'm gonna try to heat this up without damaging the seal. All right, we're about 10 minutes in now, and I think we're going to give it a shot. I might have to tap this bearing in a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't want to melt this seal, so it is what it is. All right, let's give it a shot. Hopefully it falls in. Beautiful. That's how it's done, folks. I'm going to let this cool off, and then we're going to put some Loctite on the screws that hold it in. Now I'm looking at this thing. Look at how bent that is. You guys see that? Supposed to be straight like that one. It is not. Well, it looks to me like they use that to push the bearing in. So somebody's had this bearing out before, and they didn't put it back in right. I'm going to straighten that out. All right, straight now. So the evidence points to somebody being in here before me, and I don't know. It is what it is. People shouldn't be working on stuff if they don't know what they're doing. That's just what I say. But who am I? People should try it. I mean, I don't see a problem with people trying fix stuff themselves, but buy a manual if you don't know what you're doing, or watch a bunch of videos. Don't just, I don't know, whatever. Rant over. Put a little bit on there. We don't want these coming out. Do. Okay, now I think I want to just clean this up just a tad bit, but I don't want to get too much stuff in there, so I'm going to just spray the outside, because it looks like there's Cosmoline on this. And for you guys to know what Cosmoline is, it's like an anti-rust spray, but it's pretty thick, so I'm going to try to get it off if I can. And it does look like it's on here, you can see it. So I'm going to work this until I feel I get it all off. All right, we look like we're good and clean. All right, now I think what we can do is slide this guy into here and get this all set up. And I want to put a little bit of oil on this down inside that hole there, and all down around there as we slide this guy in. Oil in the bearing. And that spins real nice. All right, we're gonna go set this aside for now and take a look at the other stuff. All right, this is the collar that goes in there. There is an O-ring in there, and that O-ring looks okay. Still nice and round. I think it'll be fine. And I just want to hit this face on here. It looked like it had a little bit of a raised surface. And that looks better. Got that raised surface down in the middle there. I think that's from where that... Alright, that goes on the outside. And this doesn't... I don't feel any gouges in there. I mean, it looks like there's some wear, but I can't feel anything on my fingertips, so this part's good. This is the bearing that rides inside the hub, and it has a direction arrow, and it says outside. So the way this goes into this is you need to see the writing when it's in there. That's the way it goes. So this guy here should be all set to go back in. So I don't see any issues with this bearing. Well, should I change that? I don't know. You know what? That looks extremely worn out. Ah, shit. Now that I look at that, it's pretty worn. It's flat spotted everywhere. I don't know if it's supposed to be flat spotted. I don't know if I should reuse this. I might have to order one of these. Alright, we can install this. And this goes down inside the seal there. And I think I want to put a little bit of oil on the O-ring. Just so it's got something on there. I'm just going to slide this guy right on there. There we go. That should do it. That looks like it's in there quite nicely. Everything looks nice and new. Let's go over and clean up the engine case. I have multiple stones. This is a small one. It's just easier to get into this area here. So we're gonna put some WD on it just to get it a little bit lubricated. And we're gonna get in here. I'm gonna work cleaning up the engine case here so we get a good seal. And put that gasket in there. Alright, let's put the clutch on now. And this is a left-handed thread. Alright. Okay, and this left-handed. Alright. Alright guys, the wet clutch is in, torqued up. I have the gasket surface all cleaned, prepped, and ready to go. Let's go over to the bench and take a look at the cover that actually goes over the drive belt. All right, guys, let's take a look at this thing. So it's in pretty good shape. It hasn't been on the machine for a while. It looks like the powder coat is chipping off in certain spots. I'm going to laid the RTV on. We need to clean this up really good. I need to see what's underneath this. If it's got dirt and stuff under it, let's get it off and clean it. There's a seal down in here. I don't know if I have that seal, but I feel as though I want to change it if I don't. So let's take a look and see what's going on down inside of here. Well, I really don't know what that's holding in, if anything. Huh. But it's pretty dirty. Might need to use a barren pole to get that off. Let's see what's underneath this. And that one don't want to go in. Let's get a pick in here and see what's going on with this. Why I don't want to go in. It looks like because it's full of stuff, full of crap. Someone tried to get it off once before, janked it up, which it kind of looks that way. There we go. Let's see what is underneath this guy. Some kind of rubber piece. Interesting, because I've never had one of these apart, so it's all new to me. But it is full of dirt, and I don't think there's supposed to be dirt in here, so we're going to take it apart and clean it. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Alright, let's try a barren puller, see if we can get this thing out of here. First of all, hopefully this one opens up enough. Try heating it up. See if I can do it this way, maybe. Ooh, she's warm. There we go. And yes, there is a barren in there. And yes, it's pretty dirty. Pretty bad. Look at this guy here. And this seal is pretty worn out. So I think we need to replace that. And this barren. Might as well replace that while we're in there too, huh? Might as well. So, we need some more pots. Let's start cleaning some of this up. Simple green. That looks good. Put that in the box. This is going to require a lot of cleaning, so let's get to it. And some other stuff that I noticed here as well. So let me actually let me get this stuff out of here because it's not nice and clean now. I don't want it to get dirty. So I'll just put it there for now. All right, let's get this going here. And we got a ton of dirt inside of here. It's got to come out. Might as well clean this side while we're at it. Dowel holes a little bit if we can. And start cleaning this up.
do have a new gasket for this. I will be using it, and I will be using a combination of the gasket and RTV. All right, guys, it's all cleaned up. Looks good. All ready to go back together. I need to get some more parts though. All right, let's go over the parts we need. All right, unfortunately, we're at a standstill again. So I need this seal. I need this bearing. And I need this bearing. So I gotta get those on order, and we can't go any further until I do. All right, guys, end of the video. Unfortunately, I got to order more parts, and it is what it is. And these are the guys we got to order. I'm probably gonna have to get original equipment. Probably go to Podzilla for that stuff. They usually take 5 to 10 days for me to get it in the mail. So we'll see what we can do about getting another one up for next week. Depends on when I get the parts. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, like, share, chat, whatever. You got any questions about this thing, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. Build's going great. I can't wait to get it started. I know I said I was going to start in this video, but unfortunately, you know, the nature of the beast, when you're working on this stuff, you always find more things wrong. I could have slapped it back together with the way it is, but that bearing was full of dirt, and the seal looked pretty spent, and honestly, I don't want to do that. When I get this thing back together, I want it to be bulletproof, and I want this thing not to break down on somebody, you know, when they're 10 miles out into the woods, because that would be horrific. And this isn't going to happen with this one. This one's going to be perfect when it's done. So again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video on this, and thanks for watching.